joke that I play on people last night.
Well, you were tweeting things that made it look like you were sitting courtside at the Lakers-Cavs game.
My daughters were.
Yeah, and that you were taking pictures with Cam Newton. And I was wondering, has he heard what you've said about him?
My stepdaughters were dabbing next to Cam Newton. They got some really good seats from, I didn't get them the seats, somebody else got. Those are the best seats I've ever seen anybody in my family's ever been able to get in my life. And so they sat, and Cam Newton sat, 5 seats away, and he could not have been more gracious.
So you were not there?
No, but they were sending me, my stepdaughters were sending me all the pictures, and I'm like, this is really funny. He was incredibly gracious to the girls.
Oh.
Very nice guy. I'll get to that in a second. But here's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about regulating. Governments are just adding laws by the hour. Got to regulate, got to protect, got to regulate. And I'm not totally a libertarian, that's what they call it, but let stuff play out. People end up in life where their choices allow them to end up. Johnny Manziel just got released. And yesterday on the NFL Network, Heath Evans, former NFL running back, was on the NFL Network, and he said Johnny Manziel should never be allowed in this league again. Love you, Heath, but that's called collusion. Johnny Manziel would have a heck of a lawsuit if he wanted to. There's no reason and no need for collusion with Johnny Manziel. Why? He's colluded himself. Last night with the league watching, 4th straight night out partying in Los Angeles. We just want to regulate and legislate everything. God, I watch parents, 16th birthday, get them this trip and that trip, and I think to myself, are you really helping your kids? Really? 92% of millionaires, middle class or below. Let them struggle a little. They'll rise, the cream always does. Let things play out in life. There's no need for collusion with Johnny Manziel. He's colluding himself. Remember that about 3 weeks ago, Kevin Durant to the Warriors rumors? There were rumors that Kevin Durant was thinking about the Warriors. America freaked out. Unfair, outrageous, you can't. Let it happen. A, you don't know the Warriors are going to win this year. Spurs might. Secondly, he may hurt the chemistry. Governments, people, families, commentators are constantly over-legislating and over-regulating. There's no need for a keep-out sign for Johnny Manziel. There's no need for a covert handshake with Johnny Manziel. Manziel's career will be exactly what his actions will allow it to be. We're always trying to solve the financial gap in America. Too much money in the top and 30 million people in poverty. You can add social programs. Our poverty rate since 1965 has remained at 10 to 15%. You can add programs, you can take it away. Hell, even lottery winners. I saw a stat, it was 10 years. Now, lottery now is so big. I saw a stat 10 years ago. It was online. www.bandwidth.com. 50% of lottery winners go broke within a decade. Why? Not very disciplined. They make bad choices. So, I mean, even with utter wealth, half the people couldn't be solved financially. People over time become what they allow themselves to be. And I look at Johnny Manziel and I laugh. I watched the GOP debate for 5 minutes last night. Did you notice how much more serious it was? Was it more serious because they created a law? Was it more serious because our government stepped in and said, let's legislate it to be more serious and not as goofy as it was before? No. All the conservative candidates, for the benefit of the party, said that was ridiculous. Let's be grown-ups. And they regulated themselves. And it was a more grown-up adult debate. There's no reason to have a no trespassing sign or a covert operation handshake against Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel is keeping Johnny Manziel out of the league. No reason to sign anything, agree on anything, wink, handshake. No need to. The other thing last night, and our phone number all day, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. So it was really entertaining last night. Lakers played the Cavs. Last time LeBron and Kobe match up. Very entertaining. First of all, Kobe's way past his prime, right? But he had a move low post on LeBron that was just beautiful. It was so great. Kobe didn't have much left in the tank, but he's got enough that when he doesn't have to go vertical and just be sly and clever, Kobe had some beautiful, beautiful moves last night. But LeBron is the 6'9" Swiss Army knife of the NBA. He can do everything. Rebound, defend, outlet, intimidate, score, distribute. Baseball's got a 5-tool player. He's an 8-tool NBA player. LeBron, Kawhi Leonard, very short list of guys that can beat you 8 ways. But as the Cavs won and LeBron had 24 points, I'm sitting watching Kobe, who's got 5 rings, and I'm watching LeBron, who has got 2 rings. And for the longest time, it felt like it's been happening for like 10 years. There's been this thing that LeBron's going to catch MJ. 6 rings. And I'm watching last night and I'm thinking, 6 rings? I'm not sure LeBron's career is going to match Kobe. 5. I think he's getting 1 max in Cleveland, which will make Cleveland happy, but will hurt his legacy. And as I said earlier this week, he left Miami for all the wrong reasons, to save Cleveland. Don't get married for that reason. Don't go to a team for that reason. I mean, now, LeBron's still a machine, can score 7 ways, can defend anybody, playmaker too. But his legacy, I'm sitting there thinking last night watching, I'm not sure it's going to match up to Kobe. Because Kobe, if you compared Kobe to like an actor, he'd be Robert Downey Jr. or John Travolta. Young and talented, rises to stardom, dips for a variety of reasons, rises back with Pau Gasol to stardom, and now slowly fades away. That's real depth. That's a real career. Kobe has climbed Everest twice. There's real depth. Young prodigy, grow, star of the league, Shaq, Kobe dominate. Shaq leaves, go down. Climb, scale the mountain again. Pau Gasol, dominate the league. Down. That's Robert Downey. That's John Travolta. That's a real career. I'm watching last night and I'm thinking, LeBron's career doesn't have that depth. Slow build. Go to Miami, 2 titles. Go back to Cleveland. Down. Because I think LeBron, and we all do this, we call them franchises in sports. But what they really are is families. Nobody's selling baseball teams. Very few people are selling NBA teams. Donald Sterling was forced out. Instead of calling them franchises, call them families. The St. Louis Cardinals family is a smarter family than the Seattle Mariners family. That's why the Cardinals always win and the Mariners never do. There can be blips in the opposite direction, but a smarter family is more successful over 30 years on average than a less intelligent family. In the NFL, the Steelers and the Giants and New England and Baltimore, they're smarter families. Smarter families make better decisions than Tampa Bay and Cleveland and Oakland and Detroit. LeBron didn't just leave cities. He left families. He left Pat Riley and Mickey Arison and 9 rings and Dwayne Wade. He went to Dan Gilbert, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, a family with no rings. And as I watched LeBron, the better player last night, that alley-oop was ridiculous. And he is the 6'9" Swiss Army knife of the NBA. He is a better player than 99% of the great players of all time. But I look at his career now, it's peaked. It's peaked. I think he's got 1 max. I think Golden State's getting better. San Antonio's getting better. I mean, Tim Duncan's now their 6th leading scorer. They're 31-0 at home or 30-0 at home. So sometimes, you forget, we call them franchises. They're families. He left a brilliant, successful family to a family that when he hasn't been there has been an utter disgrace and an embarrassment to the league. Peter King this hour as well, 866-987-2570. You can listen to us and watch us live on Facebook.com/The Herd. Did it yesterday just for fun. People liked it, so we thought, we'll do it again today. We're back on TV next week. I got to say something. I saw something last night with Cam Newton that was interesting. And I saw it again this morning. Kind of remarkable. I'll tell you about that next. To run a successful business, you need to make the most of your time and your money. Good news, LegalZoom can help with both. It is National Small Business Month. Okay, and LegalZoom, LLC, go to LegalZoom. Going to incorporate? Go to LegalZoom. They'll save you money on some of the basics to get up and running. Like a 3-month trial of QuickBooks Online accounting software. And they'll give you a domain name for a year through web.com. No charge for either at LegalZoom.com today. It's the LegalZoom.com business plan, legal advice for your biz from independent attorneys licensed in 48 states. Also get access to NDAs, lease agreements, and more. Not a law firm, you get a low monthly fee. That's it. With LegalZoom, that's what you pay. A very reasonable low monthly fee. Save time and money. Go to LegalZoom.com today. It's Small Business Month and enter Colin in the referral box at checkout. LegalZoom.com, it's the herd.
So let's do... Wait, what happened to... I sent...
People are loving it.
What's that?
People are loving it. What's up, Tui?
How we looking?
Looking good.
Yeah?
Producer
really?
Greg Tui.
Hello.
Radio producer Greg
How's it
Tui.
going?
It was like that.
Did he get that Manziel party last night?
A little bit.
I guess we could do that. We could do that here. Do we have it for printed?
Colin, since we have him at
Also, Cuban, if you want to do it to somebody else.
45,
Thank you.
we'll break a little early.
Soundbite, so.
Yeah.
Break at like 37, so I'll
If you're a Kate Cabot, you could do it 9:30
We can...
10:30?
or 10:30.
Yeah, okay. 5 minutes.
We got Christine preparing here. Get ready.
Give him a tease.
Getting ready for segment 2. Everyone's saying how quiet it is in here.
I'm working on Cuban sound right now.
Thank you.
If you don't have it, you want to still do it first hour, or just will wait until.
We would wait, but I really would love it. And I'm willing to, if we don't have the Bucher stuff, I'll skip the Bucher stuff, but I would like Cuban. Okay.
That's the only bite you want for this hour, right? Just Cuban.
What?
Cuba's the only bite you
I
want.
like having a villain, and that's why it's good when LeBron went to Miami. They were the villains, right? Having a villain is good.
Right, that's the only sound you want for this hour.
Yes. I mean, if we have the Rick Bucher sound, then I would want that as well. But this is my first priority. Okay. Okay, no, I'm going to do that. This is the order. Manziel, Eagles, Cuban, LeBron, social media.
You know what it is?
Welcome back. God, college basketball is just right now awful. I just saw the ratings. Duke Carolina this year was the highest rated game of the year, and it was down like 26% from last year. Wisconsin played Nebraska yesterday. Wisconsin had 7 field goals in the first half. Last night I'm sitting there at a restaurant with my wife, and I wanted to watch some basketball. We were waiting to watch the Lakers Cavs. And so they had this college game on, like Pac-12 tournament. It was awful. I mean, open jumper, open, nobody can shoot. And then the guy turns the channel to the Spurs Bulls, and the very first second, some San Antonio player comes screaming through the lane off a miss and jams it home. The energy, the athleticism, it's a vertical game played above the rim. College basketball, you leave a guy open from 15 feet, there's 2 guys on every roster that can consistently hit that. In the NBA, you leave guys open not named DeAndre Jordan, everybody in the league hits a 15-footer. You can't leave guys open. God, the quality. Wisconsin had 7 field goals and shot 20%. 7 field goals in the entire first half. That's not great defense. You got no players. It's bad. God, it's bad. Especially when you watch on TV, watch a college game on the left TV and an NBA game on the right. It's like 2 different sports. It's like if you watch NFL in college, clearly the NFL's better, but you can see if Alabama plays Georgia, that college game on the left's got 25 NFL players. You watch Ohio State play, Clemson, there's 25 NFL players. You watch a college basketball game, and nobody close to the NBA against the NBA game where, especially with the good teams, people are elite. But my stepdaughters, they went to the Lakers Cavs last night, and they got really good seats, and they weren't far from Cam Newton. And, Cam Newton is the MVP of the league, and the dude's got style. I mean, he dresses up, a lot of guys don't have style. Peyton Manning's not what I would call stylish. Eli Manning's not what I would call stylish. Cam Newton's stylish. He is stylish. He wears hats, and, he's got suits. The guy's got style. Nothing wrong with that, but he's got real style.
Did you see his hat last night?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I posted some pictures of Cam, who was really cool to my stepdaughters. He didn't know who they were. And he was dabbing with the kids, and it was funny. He had the hat on. And so I posted it on Facebook and Twitter. The reaction to the picture of Cam, wearing a hat at a basketball game in the off season in a sport he's not judged on, it was amazing, the anger and the venom. He's a jerk, blocking view. He is selfish. Joe Namath wore a fur coat during a game on the sidelines. You loved him. Cam wears a big hat, and for the record, if you go to an NBA game and you're in the